Hi, today I'm going to share with you 2 amazing tips about self-care. So, welcome, I'm Dr. Jessica K. Hairston, and I am a child adolescent psychiatrist and adult psychiatrist, and I teach empathy. Of all the things that I've learned about mental health, I believe practicing empathy is the most important. So I have created this channel to talk about empathy and self-care. So the importance of empathy and self-care is something that you appreciate really once you have it. It's from my experience as a doctor and just talking to, thousands of people in distress, it can become overwhelming. But for me, the saddest part is when I come across people who haven't received the love and care that they desperately need in life. And so I think it's really important to share with the world that that love and care begins with you, and that once you start appreciating yourself and your life, that love that you have inside of you will be reflected back to you. And I've seen this happen over and over again. And so I'm creating this message to tell you, just hang in there, keep going, love yourself, practice self-care. So here are the 2 amazing tips for self-care. One, self-care is a daily vibe. It is something that every day you practice self-care. It's not something you do once a week. It's not, or just on weekends or at the end of the month. And really, once you practice self-care every day, you realize that you will start adding self-care, not only day by day, but hour by hour, and then moment by moment. Really, self-care can start with your breath and just taking a breath. Just acknowledging, I just need to take a moment for myself. That's the beginning. So some really cool self-care activities. One, I want to begin with rest, because rest is the one that so many of us desperately need. And so resting is not just sleeping, but it's just giving yourself a break, a pause. You can sit outside, you can watch the clouds, you can listen to birds or crickets or the sound of water lapping. You can just take a moment to just be. So you can drink a glass of water and just savor the water. Eat a piece of fruit and savor the fruit. You can put your feet up just because you can, or you could take a nap. You could go for a walk. You could call a friend. You could send your friend a friendly message, a text, or even better, a handwritten message in the mail. Or you could just turn off your phone and just be with yourself. Self-care is not, it doesn't have to be some high-priced day at the spa. It doesn't have to put you in debt. It's not a big shopping spree. Self-care is really just paying attention to you, giving yourself that empathy and that love that you need. So that's the first thing. Every day, find one thing that you really love and add it to your day every day, and just appreciate that as your 5, 10, 15 minutes of self-care. By starting small, it becomes easy, and then it will grow. So self-care is a way of life, and it's a daily vibe. So that's tip number 1, and that's an amazing tip. Amazing tip number 2, you can change your life just by swapping your activities. You don't really have to figure out a lot in the beginning. You could just take one good activity, one really nice activity that you love that's really good, and swap it. Put it in the place of one that's not so good. So if you you know, you can say, well, today, instead of eating potato chips right now, I'm going to eat blueberries. And that's one I do a lot. I love blueberries, and sometimes I say, oh, well, let me just open the fridge and get some blueberries or some cherries. So, you know, I swap activities. I swap my mindset. I swap negative thoughts with positive thoughts. So I don't have to just like waste energy like telling myself no or stopping negative thoughts. No, I just swap negative thoughts with better thoughts. It's like, rather than saying, gosh, I'm so late, I say, okay, I'm almost there. I'm getting there as fast as I can. I am about to arrive, you know? So, you know, really load yourself up with positivity. You could get on your bike rather than scrolling on your phone. You can cook one meal rather than eating out. You could drink one glass of water rather than fussing at your children. That's another good one. I learned that one from a friend. Like when she gets angry, she says, I just drink a glass of water first before I respond. And I've tried it and it works and it's a good one. So I'm passing it on. So you can write yourself a kind note of gratitude rather than a critical one. And you know, you can just pat yourself on the back for showing up. You could watch one positive video rather than one negative one. You can learn one new skill, one new thing, rather than telling yourself you can't do it. So when we swap the good for the bad, it becomes easier, and we don't have to just spend excess energy like just feeling sad or down or critical or guilty or shameful about bad activities. We just make it a habit of swapping, of really just like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Today I'm gonna do this. Right now I'm gonna do this. So I want to encourage you to try these out. Let me know in the comments if you tried it and if it works for you. And just know that all your efforts add up. So it all counts. So all the little efforts you're making, they add up. And you know, it will grow. Your self-care routine will grow. And we'll talk more about that in the future. So I want to thank you for taking this time to spend it with me. And like I said, share your thoughts in the comments below. Try out one of these things or add your own. And yeah, find me on Facebook or IG and subscribe. I'm happy to see you again. Take care. Bye.